In its history, this house has been a state home, a military hospital, a convalescent house, but something was filmed here most recently.
Cool. Awesome. So we are about to go and have a look for Cairndhu Mansion. It's
Cairndhu House.
Cairndhu House. It's a mansion. It's an abandoned mansion and it's old and it's got loads of history, which we'll tell you all about. But at the minute, we're just chilling in the car before we take a dander up. We think we can see. We can't see it, but we're heading over into those trees over yonder, along the coast. There's a house right at the top of her nail. That's the gatehouse, we think. But yeah, we're going to tell you all about it as we take a dander. Oh, I'm zoomed way in.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
As a dander on up there. And yeah.
Did a bit.
Enjoy.
You think that keep kids?
What?
The green one.
Or does it keep rapping?
Maybe. Oh, that would be that piece of. I mean, that's quite some dedication to it in here.
So mental.
It's kind of intimidating. So Cairndhu House was built as a summer residence in 1875, or some people think that it was built for Stuart Clark sometime after 1878. So there's conflicting reports. But before this, there was a collection of buildings on this land that were built in 1857 called Seaview, but they were demolished before the house was built. And then Stuart Clark, he kept extending the house until 1906, and in 1918, at the end of First World War, Sir Thomas and Lady Dixon bought the house, and then they added a servant's wing onto the side. They donated the land to be used as a military hospital, and they donated one of their Rolls Royces to be turned into an ambulance during the Second World War. And they donated the whole house, I think, to the Northern Ireland Hospitals Authority in 1947. And then it was opened as a hospital in 1950, but then was closed due to lack of funds in 1986, and has been abandoned really ever since. It's been empty for decades, but it was bought in 1995 to be made into a retirement home. And from a report that I think was published in 2018, the house itself will be made into like an 80-room retirement house, and then there'll be cottages built on the land. But in its history, this house has been a state home, a military hospital, a convalescent house, which is kind of like a nursing home. So if someone was really ill, they'd send, like if they had like a really debilitating illness but would recover, they'd send them away to a convalescent home to get better until they could come back to the family home. And it's also been a film location, but I haven't found out what was filmed here, but something was filmed here most recently. Also, for everyone who likes the spooky haunted stuff, apparently you can see ghosts at the window sometimes, and caretakers have heard like noises and bumps and things, and we've just noticed this, which kind of simultaneously makes me want to go into room 74, but also...
I mean, the fact there's 74 rooms is more terrifying than Annie.
Well, it's going to be an 80-room retirement.
Oh, we have 80 rooms?
So there's got to be 80 rooms in it.
But just walking in, you just get a sense of how mental this place truly is. What you can't see right there is the entire like hallway above has collapsed into what was a massive hallway.
The roof, because you can see daylight, so the roof has come through.
Collapsed in. So yeah, pretty derelict.
Careful of the floors.
All who enter die.
Are you serious?
Yep.
I heard Hitler and a huge queen. I mean, realistically, that's just to scare you, isn't it? That's all that's for. No, I'm not happy. Not happy.
The silence is the most eerie thing about this.
That's terrifying. Do you know what's scary?
Shine your torch in there.
What's also terrifying is that you can like see right through. Like you can see that was a room.
Yeah. The staircase is not there, but you can see the outline of it. That door's terrifying.
I'm really not happy about that door.
Basically, there's a door at the entrance which is on its hinges and it keeps creaking.
It's a metal door, which is why it's creaking. And it's just like slightly breezy today.
The big glass at the top is insane. There's more light coming through over here, which is why I'm kind of gravitating towards it. It looks like, oh my god, the entire roof is caved in.
I think you've got the wire, yeah.
Amazing.
You can just see how much your beautiful house is. Oh look, there are stained glass windows.
What?
Look at the top there. That used to be stained glass. I don't know whether you wouldn't pick up the colours, but...
No, it's too dark in here.
That's so gorgeous. Imagine that with the sun coming through.
It's the sort of thing, like, this place is incredible to be in, but I want to be out of it as soon as possible.
100%. I'm not enjoying being here. I do not feel like settled.
Oh my god, that's a terrifying corridor.
Some of these bottles have been here for ages. It was the servants' kitchen when it was a house, and then maybe it became a ward. I suppose maybe it's a bit dark for a ward.
We're contemplating what these things would have been, because this is a weird sort of concrete structure out in the back courtyard, right? And the holes just seem a bit strange. You can't really see how deep that goes, but it is like a full room down there. It's completely flooded. You can see how tall it is. It's like, you know.
If it's like here, so you're talking like a good 5 foot of water, and it's at least 5 foot deep.
But it's too short to be used as anything that you just dander into.
Well,
you
unless it goes down.
So it has to keep going down. So we're thinking it could be kitchens,
if I go
wards.
up, would you be willing to jump in and save me if the roof collapsed?
No.
Okay.
Oh, that sounds hollow as fuck.
Oh yeah, it's just hollow.
Ooh, doo.
Just stuff in there.
Could have been.
I really want to walk further out and there's like an alleyway at the back.
Oh, there is, yeah.
Come up with me. Alright.
I do not trust that at all. That sounds way too...
Look how thick that concrete is.
I know, but it's still collapsed in. You can see it's collapsed in from the roof.
No, it's not like the actual structure is not collapsed in. I really want to see what that is.
The alleyway?
Yeah. Why are there doors here? There's like 3 doors out here.
I don't know. People probably break them out from inside and throw them out windows. Okay, so we're just taking a dander around outside at the minute.
So these are all the dark rooms we couldn't film because...
Yes, so we were in all these rooms at the front, but they were just dark. We just used them to get around into the main hall. But I love that balcony up there. That's so cool.
So gorgeous. This is such a gorgeous house.
It is ridiculous.
It's been left.
But yes, so it has been bought and someone does tend to use it for something else. Oh my gosh, is this like a main entrance?
No, this looks like a veranda.
Overgrown as hell, but absolutely. I want to walk back and get a good view of this because it's unbelievable. So some sketchy ass shit. Just weird things.
That looks like paint.
Paint, oil maybe. Right, so that's there. Then we've got... Yeah, we've got all these weird synthetic red petals just scattered through the grass. And then we find that is a medical glove, and that
That's like when you buy gloves in a packet.
Yeah, they come with that on it, but that's a blue medical glove. Just some weird stuff. So, just took a dander around the back of it and find this kind of bunker which looks flooded as hell.
I mean, there's water on the ground. Oh, I think it's like an old generator room.
Ah, yeah, that makes sense because there's...
Or an old boiler room.
Because there's vents at the top here.
Yeah.
So there's not much in there really, but there is a vent, so makes sense. Oh, whoa! Don't know what that is, to be honest. Just looks like a room.
Staircase?
There's a staircase. There's a staircase here. Don't know what. That's an old outhouse. That's an old toilet. And then that leads around the back, I assume. So we're going to take it down up these stairs. So that is the roof. And on the other side of that is the bit that we were inside. So if you think about, that's where we were in the blood room, and all of this goes around the back. Just the size of it is...
Look how much surface water's on that. That roof is not going to stay up for that much longer.
No.
That's like a pond.
That is actually a pond. But you can understand why all the roofs or all the floors have collapsed in, just because they are flat and the water just sits on them. So although some of the roofs are still here...
Look, someone's been here recently.
The detective... Oh, that's a photo and a half as well.
Look at the way that tree has like... Obviously, like, the tree's gone down the chimney.
Look at that.
And it's split the chimney apart.
There's a tree growing out of the top of it.
Amazing.
It is being reclaimed. But we also have this, which seems to be the servants' wing, which would make sense.
No, that wouldn't make sense.
Okay, maybe it wouldn't make sense.
The servants' wing, they've got to be able to get to like the owners of the house quickly. They're going to be part of the house. And in old stately homes, they're usually in the attic rooms. That's usually the servants' quarter.
But there was definitely a servants' wing built, right?
Yeah.
And
we just don't know where that is. But it would be...
Sometimes
a wing suggests it's part of the main house.
It does.
Not a separate house. That might be like a coach house.
I thought that was terrifying. I just put my camera up there and there was like a wee... I think it's a bed frame, but I absolutely bricked it.
What a label.
Thanks. So yeah, we're going to take a dander up this other building up here. Oh, I hear voices now.
I think it's actually just dog walkers.
There's a path that goes right around this place, but... Yeah, we'll take a dander up here, and if there's anything interesting, we'll film it. If not, probably just going to take a few more photos and head on out. We don't reckon there's going to be a way into this one. It looks like an old storage house for like carriages and cars and stuff. And then it does make sense because there's a driveway out of it.
There's some big hinges there, so those are some big doors.
Oh yeah. Big cellars and...
Well, Sir Thomas and Lady Dixon, they had like a fleet of cars.
Yeah, they donated what they were donating.
And there's a driver there, so this must have been it.
Yeah, so they were donating cars for ambulances like Rolls Royces and stuff because they had, you know, the classic off money.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, there's rich and then there's off money, which you can just... There's a way in there. Yeah, it looks like people have climbed in through there, but that looks shit, to be honest.
A lot of litter, which is such a shame.
The graffiti and the litter kind of like make it a bit meh.
Yeah,
but
it kind of ruins such a beautiful place.
Oh, I mean that, and the fact that the whole thing is collapsing is...
But that's just nature. And that's almost beautiful that nature's taking the house back.
Yeah.
But like people who like during like end violence or like
really fucking
children, like why?
We're definitely getting demonetised for that.
Yeah. Maybe cut that out.
Yeah, maybe cut that out. There we go. Right, so I just did the exact same thing.
Yeah.
This is our second try at this. We are done for the day. We've taken loads of photos. We've explored most of it, apart from upstairs.
Yeah, there was a staircase. So the main staircase has gone, like not even collapsed, like it's just disappeared. There's another staircase which I think might be the seventh staircase, which is still intact in that it's still got the steps but no handrail. And it might be okay, but we don't want to risk it because a lot of the floors have come down already, and we didn't want to be standing on them.
You've probably seen footage of it, and it's just dodgy.
Yeah, it's been raining a lot, so
there's some dogs walking past. But yes, we'll see you in the next one. Hope you enjoyed. Peace out, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
It's a lot less intimidating once you've been inside it. Do you know what I mean? Like walking up, this looked terrifying.
Yeah.
And now it doesn't look as bad.
Bye.